Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Babcock, and welcome to the Mineral King Bowl in Visalia for this National Valley Conference opener between the Modesto Pirates and the College of the Sequoias Giants. This is the 53rd game between these two teams. MJC has won the last 7 straight. Thanks for streaming in on NorCal SportsTV, the streaming home of Modesto JC football this season. College of the Sequoias in the dark uniforms will be kicking to Modesto. Little pooch kick. And Greg Hickman running sideways, and he will be tackled at the 32-yard line as Modesto comes on offense. We got keys for tonight. The keys for Modesto: prove that they can win on the road. They've scored 20 points and give up a combined 81 in the first 2 road games. Dan Velasquez at quarterback. Speed option right. Devin Bass picks up a big chunk of yardage, and he's tackled around the 48-yard line. The other keys, when asked about key number 2 and key number 3, Coach Stiver says, Coach Babcock, look at key number 1. We got to prove that we can win on the road. Modesto right back under center. Bass up the gut. He bears outside, gets into Sequoia territory, and he's tackled around the 37-yard line. Another first down for Modesto. This is a conference opener for both teams. Both teams are 2-3. The Pirates have won 2 in a row. The Giants have lost 2 in a row. Both are coming off bye weeks. 2 back set. Little inside run by number 25, Noah Prius. Picks up about 2 yards. Sequoia has struggled at times. They've had some good quarters, but Coach Pankey said there's too many bad plays have derailed them off their goal. Little pitch around to Beeman, and he's tripped up. I think he might have enough. Oh, they roll him out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a long 4 for the Pirates. Modesto, well, they played their best game of the year last week against the previous undefeated College of Sequoias. Prius fumbles, and he recovers his own fumble. Except for the last game, Modesto has either turned over or missed field goals on their first drives. Prius recovers his own fumble. 4th and goal. The Pirates are going for it. Dan Velasquez with the read, and he reads nothing there as the stop, and the defense for Sequoias with the stop. Well, Modesto was driving, but credit College of the Sequoias for stopping and making that play. I believe Ricky Scott was the injured player that comes hobbling off the field. Sequoias will take over on offense. Nolan LaForge, the quarterback, 86 of 155 for 1,927 yards on the season. And the running back, just motioned to him, is Andrew Azua. Read inside, but the linebackers do a good job of flowing and playing along the line of scrimmage. And a tackle by number 31, Robbie Huddleston, the leading tackler for Modesto. And speaking of Huddleston and Paul Freehoff, they're going to play some 5-man boxes tonight and help the outside, help the corners, help the backside of the defense. LaForge, inside handoff once again to Azua, not much there. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Sequoias has, as I mentioned, has struggled at times offensively, but they are 50% red zone scoring average. That's the key for Coach Pankey. They get in the red zone, they got to score and score often. But they are 3rd in time of possession and in the top 10 in third down conversion. So some good things there, because one of the other keys is to keep the Modesto offense off the field. Azua resets off to the right, 3 receivers to one side. LaForge, and that ball is over the head of Azua, and the Modesto defense steps up and gets the stop, and it'll be 4th and 8 for Sequoias. Jeff Hines will be back to receive, number 82. The punter is number 88, Ryan Buchanan. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for streaming in to NorCal Sports TV, the streaming home of Modesto Junior College football. These teams have played a lot in the past. High punt, and Hines with the fair catch at the 35-yard line where Modesto will take over. Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional and prompt moving services. First down, option left. Bass has some room to run, getting some blocking out there by the wide receivers, and he'll pick up a nice chunk on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Modesto. Second and 5, 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. And you'll see as the game goes on, the linebackers are very aggressive. A little fake bubble screen, and it had Hickman running up the hash. But I got to put that one on the hat for the big fella. Talking to Coach Stivers, thought there might be some opportunities in the middle of that defense for Modesto to be successful. 3rd and 5, 2 receivers split on each side, and we've got a procedure on Modesto. Brandon Johnson going early, Shirley, and get caught for the procedure. Now it'll be 3rd and 10. And that kind of toughens your options as far as play calling goes. Velasquez back to pass, has a lot of time. He's scrambling out of trouble, and he'll just get out of bounds, and he'll take the loss. That'll be a team sack. Good job by the backside of the defense. Jalen Mays, A.J. Greeley, Andrew Ballin Armstrong, Ian Taylor. And I'm going to butcher his name, and Coach Panky didn't even know how to pronounce his name. He says, we just call him Frank. Number 6, Frank Nagalamuli. And I'm going to get a letter on that one. But new punter for Modesto is Lucas Johnston. Short punt, takes a bounce, friendly bounce for Modesto, and that ball will be down right on the 30-yard line. American Asphalt has been serving Northern California for over 30 years. American Asphalt takes great pride in making every job their best job. If you need help with your shopping center, commercial property, homeowner association, or special project, American Asphalt is the company to partner with. Please call 800-541-5559, 800-541-5559. American Asphalt, taking care of business. Spent a lot of time with Coach Panky on the phone of Sequoias, so they need to play a complete game. That's so important for them. Little screen pass off to the left, and the Pirates rally with a tackle behind the loss. That's not a good play to play behind the chains on. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. And keep Modesto off the field. As we mentioned, Sequoias 3rd in the state in time of possession. Didn't do a very good job in their first possession. And finish in the red zone, as we mentioned, near the bottom in the state with only a 50% conversion scoring rate once they get inside the red zone, which is inside the 20. Second and 12 for Sequoia. 2-back set. Little inside run and nothing there. A host of tacklers. And, well, I just saw somebody take a swing. Modesto, number 39, William Johnson. And he's going to be called for the unsportsmanlike conduct. And I thought I saw a little right-hand hook coming with that, but the officials are going to talk about it, and we'll go to our referee, Kerry Udell. And that'll be a first down on penalties. It's going to be 3rd and 13. But when you get selfish like that, let somebody get in your head, and you take a swing or a slap at somebody, and it's always the second guy in football that gets caught, and you get him a penalty, you get him a first down on penalties. Blake Wells in the slot, number 4. And we got Phillip Adams in the 2-back set. Jason Salk will come in as a fullback as well. Little inside run, and not much there. Pirates have done a great job on first down. Might have picked up 1 yard. We've got 2nd and 9. LaForge looking to the sidelines. 3 receiver set, top of your screen. Oh no, Tom. LaForge back to pass. Doesn't throw on time, holding the ball, and that's something we had talked to Coach Stivers about. LaForge is very effective throwing the ball on time. But the films I've watched, he seems to want sometimes just hold on to the ball too long. And right there, you hit your back foot, no one's there, get rid of the football. But now you take a sack, and now it's 3rd and 16, and there's not a lot of plays in the play sheet for the Giants. It's a screen, and the Pirates sniff that out like a good bottle of rum, and it's thrown out of bounds, and it'll be 4th down. And once again, the Pirates with a stop. Buchanan, Hines deep. And Josiah Robles is the long snapper. Hines, he fumbles. Try to turn his body to the side. You want to keep your shoulder squared upfield. And Hines turned to the side. And will the Pirates dodge another bullet? They do. And the Pirates will take over. We have friends and family affected by the devastating fires in Mendocino, Lake, Napa, and Sonoma County. We pray for their recovery, and here's how you can help. Call, click, or text to give. Visit redcross.org. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS or text the word CA wildfires to 90999. Bass picks up 4 on first down. And Tiki Tonga in the lineup tonight. Richard Lopez is out with an injury. Tiki's been at the school for 4 years, has had injuries, etc., serious shoulder injury, threw a touchdown pass in the last game. Very versatile player, can catch it, can throw it. Bass in motion, little swing pass, little crack screen, and the receiver's doing a good job of blocking. And it'll be enough for the line to gain, and that'll be a first down. Josh Taylor and Greg Josh Taylor rather and Greg Hickman doing a good job of blocking out in space. First down for Modesto. Prius in motion, and he's mugged outside. I believe that was Thompson that was interfered with when, after number 25, Noah Prius went in motion. And we'll go to our referee, Kerry Udell, after they talk about. We've got a couple of flags down. So we got offensive pass interference on Sequoia, and that'll be a first down. Prius went in motion, and then they ran a little stutter and go along the sidelines, and Thompson was interfered with, and it'll be a first down. I would expect a little trickeration tonight involving Tiki Tonga in some way. Inside run to number 20, Cameron Beeman. He's got a touchdown on the season, 29 carries on 168 yards. No gain on first down. Tonga and Taylor at the bottom of your screen. Velasquez out of the pocket, and he throws downfield to Hickman and cannot come up with it. That is not an easy throw. Running to your left, and he nearly threw that ball 50 yards in the air, but Hickman just could not come up with it, and it'll be third down and 10. And we've got a flag down. And we'll see if it's encroachment or a procedure. Offsides. Now, those are the kind of things that Coach Pankey was talking about. They've got a team in a hole, and then they'll have an offsides, and they, from third and long, now it's 3rd and 5. Against City College of Sacramento, or Sac City rather, they were coming back in a game and they give up a long touchdown return by Tavian Cunningham. Well, join the club, because Modesto did the same thing at Sac City. Looked to appear they were back in the game, and then Cunningham runs off a 95-yard kickoff return. 3rd and 5. Velasquez steps up in the pocket, and Sequoias with the sack. Number 41, Wyatt Dempsey with the sack, and they were disciplined in their rushing lanes, which you need to be against Velasquez because he's very good in tight quarters. That time the Giants stayed within their rush lanes, and there was nowhere for Dan Velasquez to run. Velasquez got the ability to take this short snap and do a punt. And I believe that's what's going to happen, and it is. Nice punt by Velasquez, and that ball will roll, and then the guys kick it inside. We've got a beanbag thrown down at the 4-yard line, but the officials rule that it's a touchback, and Sequoias will take over on downs. Meeting Rooms on Demand, a unique alternative to hotel conference rooms with rates as low as $40 an hour and seating capacity up to 50. We provide unprecedented value for small businesses in Fremont, Oakland, Fresno, and Las Vegas. Great rates and value. Meeting Rooms on Demand. Not a lot of offense from either one of these teams. Both have got a first down off penalties, and the running game has been non-existent for Sequoias until Azua breaks off a 12-yard gain, and he's tackled at the 32-yard line, and that'll be a first down, and the first one via rushing for the Giants. Irv Pankey, been a long-time assistant here, and took over as a head coach in 2013. Azua picks up 3 as the Giants are showing great patience. Was talking to Coach Pankey when he was with the Rams. They had a playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys. They won 20-0. Dieter Brock, the Rams quarterback, was 6 for 22 on that day for 50 yards. But the great Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson ran behind Pankey, Hill, Slayton, Hara, and Slater. A couple of Hall of Famers and All-Pros there. As that ball's thrown on time and caught by number 4, Blake Wells. And that'll be short of the first down, but it'll be third and manageable, 3rd and 4. But Eric Dickerson had a huge game, 34 carries for 248 yards and 2 TDs. And I asked Coach Pankey, will there ever be another NFL playoff game like that? And he says he doubted it. The game has really changed, as we all know. 3rd and 5. Pirates like to bring the bounty blitz here. So play clock's down to 5. LaForge on time and throws, and that ball is nearly intercepted. Javon Wood getting in the passing lane and with the pass defense, and the punters, they might have to ice their legs after the quarter. Been getting a lot of work in here tonight. Still over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. We're at the Mineral King Bowl in beautiful Visalia. Hines, and that hit the back of a Modesto Pirate, and they dodge another bullet. Teams will have various calls on those short punts. It'll be Peter, it'll be fire, whatever that call may be for whatever that team is. You want to run to the sideline and not let the ball touch you in the back. That's the 3rd bullet the Pirates have dodged. Velasquez will bring him back on offense. Got to take advantage of this offensive line. It's been played so well this year. Well, there was multiple screen looks on that play, and they try to set up Michael Thompson on a middle screen, but Sequoias did a good job of playing in space, and that's credit to the coaching staff for showing the tendencies. 2nd and 10. And that's an inadvertent snap. But that's because the Sequoia Giants crossed the line of scrimmage, and they'll pick up an easy 5 yards. So now it's 2nd and 5. They get right back on the shotgun. I said right back under center earlier, and they run everything shotgun. National Valley Conference opener here from Visalia. Option left. Bass has got room for the first down and more, and he finishes that with vengeance. Giving a couple of Sequoias tacklers a ride there, and Bass with the first down. As we mentioned earlier, they have only scored a combined 20 points on the road, and one of those touchdowns was an interception. So really the offense has only scored 13 points in 2 road games. Velasquez, and he's tackled. Nice play by number 53. Noah Wright with the tackle. And certainly you got to credit Sequoia's defense of being disciplined. I watched some film and they've been pretty aggressive, but they've done a good job. As I just say that, literally they jump off sides. and Velasquez draws them off. But they're doing a good job of maintaining their rush lanes. And the official picks up the flag. Oh, that's great. On what would have been Coach Wooden's 107th birthday, mistaking activity for achievement. Velasquez pumps the flat route, has no one there. Danny, got to get rid of the football, and we've got a hold called, and run out of bounds. Sometimes, and this will be the maturity and the growth of Velasquez, sometimes you just got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Especially when you're scrambling around, you expose your offensive linemen when they're blocking, and then all of a sudden they're looked to be holding. And we've got a holding penalty as our referee, Kerry Udell, gives the signal, and now it'll be second in about 23. They haven't been fooled by the screen game, and frankly, that's something that Coach Stiver is really stressing. They trying to get better at their screen game, but Sequoia sniffed out that last play, and there was nowhere for the Pirates to go. Well, they had another screen set up, but Sequoias did a good job of just staying home. They didn't take the cheese, and they ran that time. Hickman was a stationary receiver, and they didn't bite for the pump fakes. They stayed at home, and it's still third and forever for the Pirates. Not a good start offensively for either team. Velasquez has had one pooch punt. Johnston had another. And they're taking a shot downfield to Thompson. And that ball is incomplete. And so Johnston will come on to punt once again, the third punt for the Pirates. It's not Oktoberfest in Visalia. It's Punt Fest here in the first quarter. Punt that hits around the 30 and it bounces backwards, and it barely doesn't even make the chains. Maybe a 24-yard punt, and Johnston, a new kicker. Lane Trapp has decided to leave the team, and Johnston taking over for him, and not much of a punt there, and pretty decent field position for Sequoias. The Giants did a much better job in their last possession of running the football with Azua, who had 118 yards against Sac City. Good job by the Modesto defense. Spent a lot of time running side to side. When an offensive player with the football is running side to side, folks, what's happening? Everybody else is catching up to him. And tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10. We'll have a couple commercials. LaForge back to pass, taking a lot of time. decided to try to pick up some yardage. Not much there as he's tackled. And that is the end of the first quarter here from Visalia. Modesto and College of the Sequoias have not scored. Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we have provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we are big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional, prompt moving services. Give us a call today at 209-522-5959, 209-522-5959, or BigIslandMovers.com. Big Island Movers, Kaimana Wana Move Ya. American Red Cross, people affected by the California wildfires. Your donation enables the Red Cross to prepare for, respond to, and help people recover from these disasters. Call, click, or text to give. Visit redcross.org. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS or text the word CA Wildfires to 90999. 3rd and 9 for Sequoias. LaForge. And he throws a dime to the sideline, and that is caught for a first down by number 7, Phillip Adams. And the first down via the airways for Sequoia. LaForge, again, when he throws the ball on time within the tempo of the offense, he can sling it. And we'll see how he continues to grow with that tonight. Back to pass. He's under a lot of pressure. Throws it out 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Modesto rallies up. The catch by number 85, Joe Saldivar, just stayed stationary along the line of scrimmage as there was various routes going upfield. But as that play continued, the swarm of the Pirates defense would have none of that. So you lose 4 yards on first down, playing behind the chains. Inside run by number 15, Devontae Crandall. Nice gain. It'll still be 3rd and a long 9 for Sequoias. But they've had success this year converting on 3rd down. It's their conversions in the red zone that Coach Pankey wants them to improve on. LaForge back to pass, throwing on time, and hits a strike over the middle on a deep in route. Nice catch by Blake Wells out of Clovis, Buchanan High School. And Sequoias will move the first down. LaForge throwing on time, hits a strike to Wells and first down, and they're inside Pirate territory. Okay. Inside run, and the officials have yet to blow the whistle. Now they do, and it'll be a gain of 2 yards. Crandall once again. Some other scores. Some other scores of National Valley Conference games, and this is final. Fresno City 42-14 over Chabot. LaForge going backwards, and a meat locker tackle by number 44, Broderick Medrano. It's his 3rd sack of the season, And with the old meat locker tackle, meaning bringing that side of beef into hanging in the rack and let it age, well done. LaForge just trying to extend the play that wasn't there. Young man just sling that ball out of balance, and it's second and manageable. And now it's third and long, and the Pirates are going to dial up a blitz, and they only have five men in the box. 4-man rush, and they get to LaForge once again. Number 34, Mustafa Johnson, with his third sack of the season, had 7 tackles against Siskiyous. And what appeared to be a promising drive, Sequoias get a little tempo going on offense. A sack here and a sack there, and their punt once again. I believe this is the 4th time they've punted in this game. Hines is deep. Sac City over Sierra 21-20. Butte over Feather River 48-22. San Mateo big over De Anza 58-12. San Francisco big over Diablo Valley College 59-7. Those are all finals. American Asphalt Modesto Junior College football is brought to you by Big Island Movers. American Asphalt and Meeting Rooms on Demand. Little hitch route out to the flat. And that is caught. And a Sequoia player is down. And it'll be 2nd and 4. So it'll be 2nd and 4. Little hitch route out to Thompson. Next week, Modesto will be back home. They will host Fresno at 6 p.m. That game will be live here on NorCal Sports TV. College of the Sequoias got a short week and a long trip to Oakland as they play at Laney on Friday night. These teams, this is their 54th meeting. College of the Sequoias has a 27-24-2 advantage. However, Modesto has a 7-game winning streak against them, and the last time I believe that Sequoias has beat Modesto was in 2005. So, asked Coach Stivers, what did you guys do during bye week? Well, one of the things they did is the World Wrestling Federation wrestle-off between Mustafa Johnson and Jesse Flores. Well, Jesse Flores was second in the state in heavyweight division in wrestling. They got the mats out. They had pre-match music. They wrestled for a belt. The football team was involved. And folks, to report, Jesse Flores won 8-4 over Mustafa Johnson in the decision, as well as checking academics, getting the players off their feet for a week. Low throw, and that goes incomplete to Thompson. No score here in Visalia. I'm Chris Babcock. Thanks for streaming in. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Modesto. .15 on the play count, or the play clock rather. Velasquez. He's rushed, runs to his left, and he's just going to run it, and he'll pick up enough for a first down and get out of bounds, and he'd be spotted at the 40-yard line. He hasn't done much running tonight, and one of the keys for our last game was Sequoias was run, Danny, run. Well, he did. Danny ran indeed. And picked up a lot of first downs with his feet, built his confidence. Devin Bass, and he picks up an ugly 1 yard right up the gut. Against Sequoias, Velasquez was 17. He completed 17 passes for 204 yards, 4 TDs, and 1 interception. He rushed 13 times for 71 yards. Bass, he fumbles, and that ball's loose, and it's picked up by Sequoias. Number 17, taking advantage, Andrew Ball and Armstrong. The 4th time the ball had been on the ground, and this time the Pirates are pushed off the plank as Armstrong recovers, and they will take over at the 45-yard line. Now, a lot of coaches here on a sudden change. This is a sudden change. All of a sudden, we lost the ball, or Modesto lost the ball, rather. A lot of teams like to go and throw the football here, maybe try to throw something over the top. The last drive, COS did a good job, completed a couple of nice deep in routes, but then gave up too many sacks. Inside run up the middle. He's inside the 40. Crandall continues to drive, and the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Woods, and he avoids one tackler. Holy cow! It'll be a Modesto football at the Pirate 32-yard line. Wow. Javon Woods recovered that. There was a flag thrown. Normally that'll be a penalty on a block afterwards. Don't worry about it. Don't know. Okay. The ball was squirted loose, and you hate to see that because the guy makes such a great effort, but there's a time where you just have to say, I'm only going to get so many yards. And that was the case there. So we're going to... Well, the Pirates... Personal foul there. So the Giants will retain possession, and they're moving inside the red zone. Now, this has been more of a dead zone, a lead zone for them this year. They've only scored 50% of the time. This is something they focused on, and the Pirates is going to come after them. But here, if you're the quarterback, LaForge, don't take any losses. Don't take a sack. And don't take any chances. They got to put points on the board. Modesto spreading out on defense. Crandall inside run. And nothing there as the Pirates do a good job of piling it up inside. Mr. Luckett, Mr. Manage a couple of gaps. Just created a pile of mess there, and anytime you can get the running back to pitter-patter his feet, you've done your job. .15 seconds on the play clock. 2 backs in the backfield. Crandall and Azua, and Crandall with the run. And somehow there was not a hold called on the left tackle who basically tackled Javon Woods in space. And he tried to get the call, but to no avail. 3rd and 6. Big defensive stand for the Pirates here if they could hold them to 3. And I believe Luckett is offsides, and that'll be half the distance to the goal, which it'll be probably about 3rd and 3 here. And it'll be just inside the 5-yard line. 3rd and short here. Sequoias doing a better job on offense and have moved the ball pretty efficiently. Crandall broke off a big run, was stripped of the ball, but a personal foul called by Modesto ruled it back. And that play goes nowhere. Too much penetration by the Pirate defense. And it's going to be 4th and 2, and Coach Pankey's going to have to make a decision here. And they're going to go for it. And they're going to sub in their big back package. Jason Salk, he will kind of act as a fullback here, lining up right behind between the guard and tackle gap as Azua is off to LaForge's left. Little fade route and just goes out of bounds. And there's no interference call. That's a tough play on 4th and 3. It's like a now or never play, and the Pirates had good defense. Coach Pankey and staff was looking for the interference call, but they didn't get it. Well, that red zone defense of the Pirates, credit them, and one of the keys we talked about, we've mentioned it several times tonight, was red zone scoring. And the College of Sequoia Giants are near the bottom of the state, and that percentage is going to go even lower. Long field for Modesto. And Devin Bass gets him out of a hole immediately, and he gets to the 25-yard line, gain of 20. Quick hitter up the middle. Now, right now, Coach Stivers would like to get a little tempo going. They haven't got much going offensively. 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen. Thompson isolated by himself. Bass shifts over to the right, 1st and 10. And we've got a penalty. Legal procedure. And right now, I mean, Coach Stivers, they said they focused the last couple of weeks on playing better on the road. So far, they've put the ball on the ground quite a bit, but only have 1 turnover. But have had several penalties and have not shown any tempo on offense. And Coach Stivers will call a timeout. American Asphalt has been serving Northern California for over 30 years. American Asphalt takes great pride in making every job their best job. Their work will give you superior results on time and on budget, backed by an unmatched 3-year guarantee. If you need help with your shopping center, commercial property, homeowner association, or special project, American Asphalt is a company to partner with. When you contact American Asphalt, tell them you saw this ad on NorCal Sports TV. Please call 800-541-5559, 800-541-5559. Or reach us at AmericanAsphalt.com. American Asphalt, taking care of business. Modesto Junior College Football is brought to you by Big Island Movers, your go-to for prompt and professional moving services in Modesto and beyond. Meeting rooms on demand. Great value and rates in the Bay Area and Fresno. Bass. And he leaps one defender. And he gets into College of Sequoia territory. Devin Bass showing his high hurdler talents there. 30-yard gain for Bass, who continues to improve. He's had back-to-back 100-yard rushing outputs. Bad snap. Velasquez takes advantage of it, but it's a trick play, and Tiki Tonga throws it away. I told you Tiki Tonga will be involved in a trick play, and there it is. But what happened is the bad snap failed the timing of that play. So, it is October and it is trick or treat, but the candy got out of the bag. Bass for 4. The Pirates received, so they'll be kicking off to start the second half. And we've got a offensive player down for Modesto. We have friends and family affected by the devastating fires in Mendocino Lake, Napa, and Sonoma County. We pray for their recovery, and here is how you can help. American Red Cross, help people affected by the California wildfires. Your donation enables the Red Cross to prepare for, respond to, and help recover from these disasters. Call, click, or text to give. Visit redcross.org, call 1-800-RED-CROSS, or text the word CA Wildfires to 90999. I don't want to speculate who was taken off the field on that play. Third and 7 for the Pirates. Bass. And he only picks up a couple as the Sequoia defense is tightened on third down tonight. Sequoia's defense is given up 82 yards per game on rushing, 224 yards passing. They've given up about 29 points a game. They have 8 sacks, 5 interceptions, and 7 fumble recoveries. And we'll see the pooch punt here. Pirates trying to draw them off sides, but if they hold their ground, I would expect Velasquez with the little squib kick, and that's what happens. And he'll get a nice roll, and this ball will be downed inside the 5, and it'll be spotted at the 2-yard line where College of the Sequoias will take over. Meeting rooms on demand, a unique alternative to hotel conference rooms with rates as low as $40 an hour and seating capacity up to 50. We provide unprecedented value for small businesses. Locations at Fremont, Oakland, Las Vegas, and Fresno, folks. Reach us at meetingroomsondemand.com and tell them you saw this ad on NorCal Sports TV for a 50% discount off your first rental. Great rates and value. Meeting rooms on demand. Two backs in the backfield as LaForge takes the snap inside the end zone, and the Pirates playing tough along the line of scrimmage hold it's another tackle for loss, and it'll be 2nd and 11 for Sequoias as they substitute and bring in one of their tight end types. number 87, Chris Bailey. Azua, and he'll pick up 3, and it'll be 3rd and about 7 yards. Now, right now you want to be careful with this, and I would expect if Modesto holds here that Coach Stivers would immediately call a timeout and try to preserve more time to try to score before the half. Crandall and Azua in the backfield for LaForge. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. LaForge with a 9 round, and he's got a receiver, but he overthrows him. And once again, the Giants will punt. Ryan Buchanan has had quite a workout tonight. And no matter the success of this punt, the Pirates are going to get great field position. If you're Hines, you want to make sure you catch this football. Don't let it roll. And Hines does just that, squares his shoulder that time, and the Pirates will take over on the 33-yard line, and they are in great shape to try to score before the half. And we've said this once before, it is October, but it is punt fest here in Visalia. Pretty close to double digits in punts tonight. At halftime, we had 2 men in motion, but no penalty. And a dime from Velasquez to Thompson, and he's tackled at the 1-yard line. Nice skinny post thrown on time from Velasquez to Thompson, and Modesto jumps right back on offense. Thompson did a good job of releasing off the line of scrimmage and then planting his foot and getting his head turned around. Bass! And touchdown, Modesto. As Donovan Bravo comes on for the point after. Well, that didn't take him long. 32-yard drive. 3 plays. Tonga to hold. And that is good. $33-yard drive. The big play was a 30-yard gain from Velasquez to Thompson. And then Bass finishes it with his 6th rushing touchdown and has 1 receiving touchdown, 7 touchdowns for the young man. And the PAT was good, and it's 7-0. Well, when your defense, that's where the defense should get credited for that score, because they did a good job of pinning them down. And then the change of possession and the post route from Thompson, or from Velasquez rather, to Thompson, and a nice score. 33-yard drive, and Bravo will kick. Anyway, when we go at half, we'll take an audio break, and then we'll come back probably with about 5 minutes left and talk about the first half, have some statistics for you, and then give you the rest of the game. Short kick. And there is room to run. And the ball's fumbled, and the officials rule them. Do they rule him down? Yes, they rule him down. Big kickoff return by Frank Nualamuni, and I apologize for butchering his name, but he had a big return, nearly fumbled, but Sequoias in business at their own 42-yard line with plenty of time remaining to put up a score here in the first half. Open that door. It's hot. Oh. LaForge, he's off to his left. And he doesn't outrun Javon Woods, who makes the tackle for no gain. Woods been flying around the field tonight, and there's a time where LaForge thinks he's going to outrun the defender, and he doesn't. And the Sequoia Giants are having to call a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 10. Modesto Junior College Football is brought to you by Big Island Movers, your go-to for prompt and professional moving service in Modesto and beyond. American Asphalt, taking care of business for over 30 years in Northern California. And Meeting Rooms on Demand. Great value and rates in the Bay Area and Fresno. Please thank and support our sponsors. LaForge under a rush, and I think who got him there? Big Rob Luckett with the sack, and he teams up with Mustafa Johnson. Third and 18. Got great field position. LaForge back to pass. Throws it out to the flat to Wells, but he's tackled for not enough to gain. So scores of other games, finals, Fresno City 42-14 over Chabot, a National Valley Conference game. Feather River took loss on the road to Butte 48-22. Sac City with a 1-point win over Sierra 21-20. And Sequoia will punt, and Hines is back deep. And Buchanan might have to ice his leg at halftime. I believe this is his 7th punt. And that's a beauty. And that ball goes out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That's how you flip a field, with a 51-yard punt. And puts the Pirates in a tough position. I don't think right here you want to take many chances with 32 seconds left in the half. You've got the lead, and you don't want to hand the momentum over. And I believe Sequoia's got 2 timeouts and Modesto has 1. So Coach Pankey might Mike forced them to punt. Velasquez inside run to Bass, and nothing there as the inside of the Sequoia defense does a fantastic job. Rakeem Terry wrapped that one up, and looks like we're just gonna let this thing go to the half, and it'll be a pretty quick wrap up of the first half scoring. Well, as teams traded in double figures and punts, finally, the Pirates took advantage of great field position and a 30-yard strike from Velasquez to Thompson got the Pirates down to the 2-yard line where Devin Bass struck pay dirt and Donovan Bravo with the PAT. And at half, and we'll take an audio break, Modesto Junior College leads College of the Sequoias 7-0. We're back here at halftime. I'm Chris Babcock. You're watching NorCal Sports TV, the streaming home of Modesto Junior College football. Halftime statistics, Dan Velasquez for the Pirates is 3 for 10 for 45 yards. Rushing, Devin Bass, 14 carries for 125 yards, including one touchdown, 1-yard run. Michael Thompson, 2 receptions for 38 yards, including a 32-yarder. Devin Bass with the other reception. They have 6 penalties for 53 yards. They're 1 for 6 on third down efficiency and with 1 turnover. College of Sequoias, Nolan LaFord, 6 for 11, only 25 yards. Azua, 9 carries for 22 yards. Crandall, 6 carries for 37 yards. Receiving, Phillip Evans has 1 reception for 11 yards, and Blake Wells has 3 catches for 21 yards. They are 2 of 9 on third down conversions, but the Giants have not turned the football over. As Donovan Bravo kicks, and College of Sequoias will return. And A.J. Greeley with the return, and the ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. And Sequoia's not much offense, only 57 yards of offense in the first half, but they're only down 7-0, so they'll take that. But they need to put together some kind of running game. Crandall and the Pirates defense does a good job of holding tight along the line of scrimmage, and Luckett and Mustafa Johnson and Paul Freehoff involved in that last tackle. LaForge back to pass, throws on time, and it's a deep curl route, but it goes off the hands of the intended wide receiver. I believe that's number 7, Phillip Adams. 3rd and long once again, and we've said that several times. In the first half, Sequoias punted 6 times. They had 3 penalties for 20 yards. LaForge sprints to his left and throws a pass, but the defense, and once again 37, Javon Woods with the pass defense, and the Pirates will get off the field. And actually, we've got a new punter, Cameron Horstein, and I believe he was the punter that had the 50-yard punt at the end of the half. Modesto will get great field position after the punt. Nice directional punt, but it takes a bounce the wrong way for Sequoia, and the Pirates will take over on the 47-yard line. Two receivers on each side, 4-receiver set. Velasquez on first down fakes the screen, and he's got Hickman over the middle, and he's being held, and that'll draw a flag. And talking to Coach Stivers, when would they expect to throw the ball in play action, because the backers like the bite. that play fake, and they jumped at that time. Hickman got behind the defender, and the defender grabbed him because it was shoot time or it was going to be a touchdown. So first down on penalties, and now the Pirates get into Giants territory. And I expected Hickman to get some opportunities. Now, he doesn't have any catches. They've targeted him 3 times, and that last one is as good as completion, and they get the first down. Bass. And he gets a 2-yard gain. Once again, Bass with having much of the offense, outgaining the entire field today by himself with a 14 carries on 124 yards, and credit him with another carry, 15 carries for 125 yards. Feed the Bass. Feed the Bass. Coach Stivers changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Read option to Bass. And a forward lean. First contact was at the 30-yard line. But when the contact is coming, Bass's feet are moving, and he churns ahead for another first down. And the Pirates in tempo immediately get up on the football. And the Pirates were trying to set up a play-action pass, but the Giants smelled that one out, and they got into the backfield, and Velasquez did a good job of picking up 3 yards on a first down play. I mean, you'll live with that, especially when you're getting close to the red zone. 3 receivers, the top of your screen. And Thompson on an island at the bottom. Speed option to the right. Bass has plenty of room in front, but the officials are going to call a block in the back, and there goes that flag. I imagine Kerry Udell's a fantastic fly fisherman because that cast, well, we saw that from up here. Again, it's the receivers out doing a good job blocking. It's a long block. Then all of a sudden the defender shakes him, and then you're blocking in front, and all of a sudden the official sees, and you're blocking him in the back. So that ball will be marched back as we're waiting for the signal from Kerry Udell. So the Pirates will be third and about 16 yard, or second and 16 rather. Maybe second and 17, as my Chico State math fails me. Tiki Tonga and Josh Taylor at the bottom of your screen. Velasquez with a strike over the middle, but Thompson couldn't come up with it. And now it's 3rd and 17. Now, Modesto might be thinking 4-down territory here because there's not a lot of plays you can pick up 17 yards on 3rd and 17 rather. So pick up 10, pick up 12, make it manageable versus taking a risk. Velasquez has all day to throw, only rushing 3 guys. No one seems to be coming open. Velasquez goes over to his right, and he's going to decide to run it. And he's picking up big chunks of yardage, and he's going to get enough to gain for a first down. Now that is frustrating to a defensive coordinator, especially a defensive back coach, because you're guarding everybody. You're playing great defense on the back side. But what happens when you only rush 3 guys, not only do you not have many people to cover the area, but those guys get tired. And Velasquez, the easy for me to say, the Energizer bunny rabbit there, and picks up the first down. So, yeah, there's not many plays on 3rd and 17, but when you can extend a play like Velasquez can, and you pick up those chunks of yardage, and those chunks enable the passing game to open up. Bass, and he'll get into the end zone with a touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run by Devin Bass. So the Pirates get their first possession of the second half, a key possession, as we like to talk about. And Bass with the score. And Donovan Bravo will come on the extra point. Bass with his second touchdown run. 54-yard scoring drive on 7 plays. And Bass nearing the 150-yard mark for the game, and we've still got plenty of football here on NorCal Sports TV. Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we have provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional, prompt moving services. Give us a call today, 209-522-5959, 209-522-5959, or BigIslandMovers.com. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya. Well, the big play on that last scoring drive for the Pirates was the 3rd and 17 miracle that Velasquez pulled off that got the Pirates on the scoreboard in the second half. A.J. Greeley with the return out of Edison High School in Fresno, and we've got a injured Sequoia player on the field. American Asphalt has been serving Northern California for over 30 years. American Asphalt takes great pride in making every job their best job. If you need help with your shopping center, commercial property, homeowner association, or special project, American Asphalt is the company to partner with. When you contact American Asphalt, tell them you saw this ad on NorCal Sports TV. Give us a call, 800-541-5559. 800-541-5559, or reach us at AmericanAsphalt.com. American Asphalt, taking care of business. Modesto Junior College football is brought to you by Big Island Movers, your go-to for prompt and professional moving services in Modesto and beyond. Meeting rooms on demand. Great value and rates in the Bay Area and Fresno. Scores of other games: San Francisco over Diablo Valley College 59-7. Laney late in the second quarter over San Joaquin Delta 19-7. San Mateo over De Anza, and that's a final 58-12. And Fresno big over Chabot.
Yeah, I can take it too.
Let me get to that final. So many scores in so little time. And Fresno City over Chabot 42-14. That's a National Valley Conference game. And Fresno comes to Modesto next week. That game will be streamed live here on NorCal Sports TV from Modesto Junior College Stadium. LaForge on the keeper, running to his left, and he picks up 5-yard gain on the quarterback keeper. Keys going into this game first for the Sequoias, play a complete game. Great quarters, great halves, but not a complete game. That's for Sequoias. Keep Modesto off the field. Well, time of possession, 16 minutes to 13:45 for Modesto, and finish in the red zone. Well, the Giants did not finish in the red zone, and they didn't finish there as Mr. Green came up with the tackle in open space. And another pass that loses yardage. Actually, that was William Johnson. My apologies. He had 8 tackles, including 6 solos versus Siskiyous. But had to be the 4th or 5th pass that they've completed, but have taken a loss for. 3rd and 6. LaForge. And we've got a hold. But before that, Mustafa Johnson keeps eating with a sack. And there'll be a hold, and that'll be decline. And LaForge showing some frustration as he walks off the field. And Modesto will once again get great field position. And here's our call from the referee. Oh, it hands to the face, and that play, that'll be declined. And the play will a count. It'll be 8-yard loss on the sack by Mustafa Johnson. The big fella goes skipping off the field. And if you're the Pirates here, you got a chance, pardon the pun, to push the Giants off the plank into the water, and you're going to get great field position here, a chance to really build that confidence and really put Sequoia in a situation where they're going to have to throw the football down multiple scores. That's a low kick, and it takes a hop that goes out of bounds on the 46-yard line. About a 28-yard punt, and the Pirates will take over in Sequoia territory. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. No, we're not at a bar taking shots. This might be one where the Pirates go over the top and on a sudden change. Velasquez boots to his right, and he decides to take it himself. And he's hit hard and goes out of bounds. You don't like to see your quarterback taking hits like that. But well done out in space. Believe that was Ricky Scott on the tackle. Velasquez doing a much better job of running here in the second half. The Pirates on the run. Devin Bass, short of the sticks, picks up a rough yard rather, and it'll be 3rd and 2. Now, here's an offensive coordinator's delight. You got a relatively short yard to gain. This is where you can play pass, take a chance, especially with the aggressive Giant defense that likes to jump up on play passes or play action run fakes. See what they can do here. And it's option left, and Bass stiff arms one defender, and he'll pick up enough for the first down as he continues to gain big yardage. Previon Alexander, who has an interception on the season, had a face mask full of hand that time. Bass gave it to him on the stiff arm, and Bass getting close to he might pick over a couple hundred yards tonight. Velasquez play fakes, little inside run option, and Bass, who's picked up so much yardage tonight, so the Sequoia defense collapses. And what's Velasquez do? Pulls it and runs and scampers for 7 yards. Late substitution, late arrival on Sequoia Airlines. Tiki Tonga in motion. Velasquez steps up in the pocket. He's got room to run. And he smooths one defender. Jelly legs another defender. And he gets down to the 1 yard line. Wow. Danny Velasquez with the peanut butter and jelly leg move around the 10 yard line. And picks up 22 yards and a big first down, and the Pirates immediately back on the football in tempo mode. Bass, Marcus Allen style, into the end zone. Touchdown Pirates. Well, to say they were efficient running the ball, that possession would be an understatement, as Devin Bass and Dan Velasquez team up for taking turns making first downs, and then Bass with the Marcus Allen-like leap into the end zone. And the kick is good. "45-yard drive on 6 plays." And well, Devin Bass has 3 touchdowns tonight. Devin Bass with a 159-yard rushing on the night, and with 6:36 left in the game, I would expect that number to increase. And Bass with his 3 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, that gives him 8 touchdowns on the season rushing and 1 receiving. So Devin Bass has done a great job. Now he has 348 yards coming into this game and 159 yards so far. He's doing a good job. Well, that kick is returned. Anderson returns, and the Pirates do a nice job of coverage. Dijon Jordan did a good job of with the high tackle and getting down and getting the returner down, and Sequoia will take over on their own 26-yard line. They've got to put something together offensively sooner than later. And what's this do? It makes linebackers like that, like Huddleston and Paul Freehoff and company, just get giddy because they can pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. And Coach Stivers was very complimentary on how his inside linebackers have continued to improve, and that it's enabled them to play with less people in the box, and that's 31 Robbie Huddleston and number 40 Paul Freehoff. 2nd and 10. The Pirates rushed 4, and Huddleston rushed up the field, got the offensive tackle to push up the field, and then cut right underneath him and almost got the sack. And remember, Huddleston was a defensive end last year, and he's transferred himself to a linebacker, and he continues to get better and better by the game, the team's leading tackler. Screen set up, and better that ball was into the ground. Was intended to Phillip Adams, but Modesto just had that play sniffed out. And the frustrations on offense for COS continue. They just haven't put much together. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of room out there. And that is a New York Shanky's punt, and will go out of bounds, and it is spotted at the 40-yard line, and that is a 14-yard punt. Yes, it is a 14-yard punt. So Modesto will take over, and I would expect this run game to continue, but I noticed that Bass isn't on the field. Two receivers split out on each side. Cameron Beeman with the carry. And he picks up 3 yards on first down. I'm Chris Babcock. You're watching NorCal Sports TV, the streaming home of Modesto Junior College football. Next week we'll be in Modesto for Fresno versus Modesto, the Battle of the O's. Velasquez pitches to Bass, and he gains 2 yards on the play. Nice play out in the open field by the Sequoia defense. Third and 5 for the Pirates. Now, previously on third down in the last drive, Velasquez picked up first downs with his feet. See what happens here. Tonga and Taylor at the bottom of your screen. And Thompson in the outside, and Hickman along the TV numbers. Velasquez throws a deep in route off the hands of Tiki Tonga, and that is intercepted by College of the Sequoias safety, number 6. Frank Notalamini, and I know I'm butchering his name, but I'm sure he's proud of that interception. Now, the return got up to the 50-yard line, but I'm seeing that there is a penalty on the field, and that normally means a block or a hold on the return, and that's in the case. So Sequoias makes a play, but then they get a penalty on the return. So this ball will be spotted, I believe, on the 20-yard line where Sequoias will start. Tiki Tonga wide open on the 4 route. We call that a deep in route, but he caught that one, didn't catch it with his eyes. You got to catch first, run second, and that ball deflected right into Frank's hands, and he made the nice return, and a big break for the Giants. LaForge back to pass, and he tries to throw to somebody, but he just gets crushed there on the pass rush, and I believe that was number 40, Paul Freehoff, on the blitz. LaForge throws a screen, and the Pirates sniff that one out, and As we've mentioned so many times, they complete a pass, but it's for a loss. And it seems there's a part of their offense that they always have a check route to a receiver, but when it's thrown as late as that is, it gives a chance to the defense to rally up, and they've done that so often. So they're completing passes, but they're for very little gain. For an example, they completed 6 passes in the first half, only for 25 yards. LaForge throws the ball on time, and that is a strike and a first down. That's the capabilities of LaForge, throwing the ball on time. And that was completed to Phillip Adams for a first down, but he is down on the field. Modesto Junior College Football is brought to you by Big Island Movers, your go-to for prompt and professional moving services in Modesto and beyond. American Asphalt, taking care of business for over 30 years in Northern California. Mini Rooms on Demand, great rates and value in the Bay Area and Fresno. Help out those in need through American Red Cross. Visit redcross.org, call 1-800-RED-CROSS, or text the word CA Wildfires to 90999 to help those dear to us in Mendocino, Lake, Napa, and Sonoma County. Adams with the big first down on the LaForge slingshot. First down for the Giants. Azua timing his feet, trying to find an opening, and he picks up 4 yards. And good to see Adams gets right back into the game. Second and 5. A little power play, inside run. Like the scheme of that. But there's a flag on the field. And we'll see what the call is here. And we've seen that so many times. That is a chop block. And what it is, and we've described it so many different times. And we've got a unsportsmanlike conduct called against Sequoias. So it was bad, and it's getting ugly. Bad, and it's getting ugly. First, the chop block. Anytime two offensive players are engaged to a defensive player, one is blocking above the waist, the other one is blocking below the waist. That's a safety issue, and that's going to be penalized every time. So that's 15 yards they lost there. Then somebody said something they shouldn't have, and they can. Unfortunately, it's not grade school where they can write sentences. They get penalized. So it is second in the next century for College of Sequoias. And LaForge is sacked. And Robbie Huddleston, once again, coming off the edge and what he does best. So there's Sequoia's season in a nutshell. They get the interception. They have a return. It's penalized. They have a first down play. Then they have a chop block. And then an unsportsmanlike conduct. 3rd and 38. And there is nowhere on the offensive coordinator's play sheet that says 3rd and 38. Trust me. It says yikes. And watch Huddleston come off the edge, and here he comes again, and it's a screen. And the Pirates do a good job of stiffing it out, and it's a completed pass, but yet it's a 6-yard loss. And we're close to double figures in passes completed for losses. And that's not a next-gen stat. Unfortunately, it's a reality stat for the Giants. So now we've got 4th and 41. And Jeff Hines is back to get this punt. And you see it screen, 4th and 41. You don't see that often. 4th and, oh crap, 4th and almost the half of the football field. Hickman, not a smart play. Tries to block the punt, runs into the kicker, and if this is a personal foul, it's going to be an automatic first down. And it is. And Coach Stivers has just got to be beside himself. It's 4th and 41. And you rough the kicker. There's not enough miles to run for discipline on that play. That's just not good situational football. And I know that'll be talked about. That's where you go from hero mode, I'm going to be a hero, to, oh my goodness, I'm a zero mode. It's 4th and 41. We got to make note of that one. Crandall picking up good yardage, and he gains 11 yards. Crandall had 37 yards in the first half. Offensive lineman had his helmet knocked off, so he's got to come out for a play. Closing seconds of the third quarter. 1st and 10. And there's nowhere to run. And Luckett and Huddleston combined for that play. And that's a TFL, tackle for loss. And that is the end of the third quarter, as Modesto Junior College leads College of Sequoias 21-0. And we'll get third quarter stats here from Modesto Junior College statistician Darren Souza. Big Island Movers is a fully licensed and insured full-service moving company in Modesto. For over 10 years, we've provided friendly, reliable moving services in Central California. The driving force behind our business is passion behind what we do. At Big Island Movers, we are big on experience, big on value, and huge on service. With over 30 years of moving experience and a wide range of services to meet the ever-changing needs of our clients, Big Island Movers is your go-to for professional prompt moving services. Give us a call today at 209-522-5959, 522-5959, or BigIslandMovers.com. Big Island Movers, Kaimana, wanna move ya. .84 yards of offense, 42 rushing and 42 passing for College of Sequoias. And Villarreal, the quarterback, is in the game, and he slings it down the sideline, and we have an interference call. Gus Villarreal out of Danuba played last week, was 7 of 13 for 65 yards. Had 7 carries for 17 yards and a touchdown. Well, Coach Pankey made the decision, maybe needs a little juice, and bringing in Villarreal because this is a key possession here. For Modesto, 232 yards rushing, 45 yards passing, 3 for 9 on third down, and time of possession, 20 minutes. Appreciate those statistics from our friends here at College of Sequoias and Modesto JC statistician Darren Souza. Villarreal throws on time, And that pass is completed to Demetric McGrew. Villarreal scrambles, and he picks up enough for a first down. Villarreal coming off the bench, doing a nice job. And this is an important drive for COS. They could put a touchdown on the board. They would be down 2 scores and having a little momentum on the side. Villarreal looking at the sideline, getting the signals, and opening drive of the fourth quarter. Little 8-yard curl route that's completed to McGrew once again. Second reception in this drive. McGrew with another catch. Fourth quarter score, Laney over San Joaquin Delta 33-7. That's another National Valley Conference score. Fresno big over Chabot. Fresno will play at Modesto next Saturday at 6 p.m. We'll have that game live here on NorCal Sports TV. Villarreal doing a nice job off the bench, getting a little momentum going for the Giants offense. They sprint him out of the pocket, and that ball's thrown short, and it'll be fourth down, and they'll definitely go for it here. Well, Villarreal has the ability to pick up the first down with his feet if something doesn't come open. He presents that a little bit more than LaForge. He sticks in the pocket, and that is intercepted. Number 22 from Modesto, Trey Nichols. And I believe that is his 5th interception of the season. And the Pirates raise the Jolly Roger and make the stop on defense. And Trey Nichols, who's done such a great job on defense, that's his 5th interception. Remember, he has 2 interceptions returned for touchdowns. Bass with 6 yards, and that'll give him a 165 as we try to keep a running total for him. Bass has 165 yards rushing and 3 tugs, 3 touchdowns. Like to chew up some clock and get in the end zone and warm up the bus and get ready for Fresno. All in a nutshell. Pirates looking for their 3rd straight victory. And they had a tough preseason, but when you play in American River, Sacramento City, College of the Sequoias, College of San Mateo, those are some of the top teams in the state. And Beeman out of Manteca picks up 7 yards and a first down as the Pirates knocking on the door to get into the Sequoia territory. Beeman bringing a little change of pace there, and Bass is back into the game. Bass hits the hole hard, and he picks up about 8 as he gets close to that 200-yard mark. But you got to watch the bullets that young man takes. You got a lot of the season left. He takes a lot of hits. He's tough, and you want to manage that in these closing moments of the fourth quarter. I'm Chris Babcock. You're watching NorCal Sports TV, and Beeman once again smells the first down. And that ball is spotted at the Sequoia 40-yard line. And this is when you're an offensive lineman, you love these moments because the other team knows you're going to run the football, and you know you're going to run the football. Us people up here know they're going to run the football, and you still have success running the football. It's called shoving the ball down your opponent's throat, and Modesto's doing a good job of it right now. Prius, and showing the toughness of a four-wheel drive, picks up another first down for the Pirates. As we get close to getting inside the 10-minute mark here from the King Mineral Bowl in Visalia. Prius once again. I think it'll be the Prius and Beeman show the rest of this drive and put Devin Bass on ice. Unofficially have him for 173 yards on the night. 2nd and 3. Velasquez in at quarterback. And got to credit that offensive line of Halleck, Preston, Pope, Savo, and Johnson of doing a good job. And we've got some fresh jerseys out there right now as well. And it'll be 3rd and 2. Bass, right when I thought the Bass was going to be done for the night, he gets in and drives inside the 10-yard line down to the 7. He gets close to that 200-yard mark. You have him right around about 185 for the night. I got Devin Bass on my fantasy team, Coach Stivers. You better put him back in to get this touchdown. Just kidding. Velasquez with the 8-yard touchdown run for the Pirates, and it's 27-0. Nice drive, all on the ground. Devin Bass, 25 carries, 187 yards. Boy, my math was right on. And 3 touchdowns. Velasquez with the, I believe that was a 9-yard run. And Bravo with the kick, and it's good. And it's 28-0 here in the fourth quarter from Visalia. Modesto Junior College Football is brought to you by Big Island Movers, your go-to for prompt and professional moving services in Modesto and beyond. American Asphalt, taking care of business for over 30 years in Northern California. Meeting Rooms on Demand, great values and rates in the Bay Area and Fresno. We have friends and family affected by the devastating fires in Modesto, Lake, Napa, and Sonoma counties. We pray for their recovery, and here is how you can help. Call, click, or text to give. Visit redcross.org, call 1-800-RED-CROSS, or text the word CA Wildfires to 9099 to donate. Our thoughts are with those friends and family up in Northern California, and salute to all of the first responders that are working diligently to control those fires. Short kick, and it's returned to the 34-yard line. Little extracurricular activity. And Sequoias will start out on offense on the 33-yard line, and Villarreal will remain in the game. Conference opener for both teams. Modesto defending Valley Conference champion, and they're getting off to a good start. Good start tonight. Quick out to the sidelines, and that is caught by Sergio Pena. Drove by his hometown on the way down, Selma. Second and 5 for the Giants. Huddleston coming like a madman, and we've got a sack. And I think that was Velasquez had the sack. Huddleston did a good job of getting up the field. And Alex Velasquez, who played such a great game against Sequoias with the sack there. Velasquez had a number of big plays and big tackles on defense last game. Had it for 10 tackles and 1 TFL, which is a tackle for loss. Modesto sending the house. Villarreal spilled from the pocket, and he throws it out of bounds. But Huddleston, Velasquez, Freeoff, all involved in that little amoeba look up front, and not much the Giants could do, and it'll be 4th down. We mentioned before, Devin Bass, 25 carries, 187 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that'll put him well over 500 yards for the season, and he really hasn't taken full charge of the tailback position. And that is a penalty on Sequoia, but he can still return this ball. Michael Thompson takes advantage, and he returns it, and he is tackled on the 20-yard line. Okay, so what happened on that play? Jeff Hines was interfered with. There was a flag, but no one touched the football. And everybody kind of stopped. But not Michael Thompson, using his head, trying to take advantage, and instead of a decent punt, that ball's returned past the original line of scrimmage, and the ball will be spotted on the 19-yard line. But the officials are going to talk about the penalty. Next week, fair catch interference on So the ruling is once that penalty is called and it's interfered, you can't return the ball. So But why are they penalizing him 15 yards? It should be going 15 yards the other way. Oh, the officials figured it out. They're always so smart about that. The penalty was on the 35, so it'll be marched off and it'll be right dead center on your screen and spotted at the 50-yard line. Six-minute offense for Modesto. Stay in bounds, get first downs, don't punt, no turnovers. Little fly sweep action. And number 28, Brian Terrell, also does some return duty, and he picks up 7 yards on that first down run. Just want to see the clock run and not turn over the football and get ready for next week. And Modesto, there's some things to clean up. They weren't really effective throwing the football, and we haven't got the final statistics, but when you rush for nearly 300 yards, you don't have to be effective throwing the football. And some of your best plays were going back to pass. There was a 3rd and 17. Velasquez was on a scoring drive in the third quarter, the opening first drive for Modesto, and he picked up the first down. And that led to a score. And the 3rd and 17 conversion is a coach killer as far as defensive coordinators go. And I would expect Coach Stivers to work the clock a little bit here and snap this at nearly with 5 seconds left on the play clock, and it's under 5. Little stay route. And he's whirly-bird out of bounds as the trash gets thrown out, it seemed like. But no gain there. Surprised the Pirates are throwing the football at this time. But it was a short screen, and screen improvement is what the Pirates have been working on the last couple of weeks, and really didn't come to fruition this week. And frankly haven't needed it. They've been so effective of running the ball. Bass right, Bass left, Bass right up your middle. Quarterback keeper, new quarterback in the game, Joseph Sheldon. And Velasquez will watch the closing minutes from the sideline. Appreciate Joseph Sheldon. I was a backup quarterback my first year at College of the Redwoods, and I loved when I got a chance to play. And in this situation, they're not going to be throwing any passes. It's going to be run, run, run. And I believe we've got a penalty on the field. And when it comes from the side judge, you usually have somebody offsides. But we'll see what the call is. And I believe it is offsides on the Giants, and it is. And now it'll be 3rd and 5. Sequoias had one scoring chance, and they had 4th and 3 and threw a fade route, and that was it. And since then, it's been all Pirates. Sheldon takes a hit with the option left, and it'll be 4th down as we get close to being under the 3-minute mark here in Visalia. And the Pirates are stopped on fourth down. Sequoias raising tall to the sky with the stop. And the Giants will take over on downs. Next week, Sequoias will go to Laney on Friday night on a short week. And Modesto will be hosting Fresno at 6 p.m. And that game will be live right here on NorCal Sports TV. Villarreal back to pass. And that ball's deflected by Alex Velasquez, I believe. pain you with the reception, and we're inside the 10-yard line as the clock continues to run, as the Giants try to get on the scoreboard here and break up the Cy Young shutout. Incomplete, and that'll be third and 5 rather, at the 9. Everybody's coming, but Villarreal escapes, and he gets in the end zone with a 9-yard touchdown run. And the horn sounds, celebration. 24 seconds left. COS gets on the board on a Villarreal 9-yard run, and Sequoias with the score. And people that don't play football will never understand, why is it so important they score? Well, you don't want to lose, first of all, but you don't want to be shut out. You don't want to be shut out. And the kick is good by Buchanan, and it's 28-7. Well, it was a big thing for Coach Stivers coming into this game to prove that they can play on the road, and they've got tough road games left in the season, especially going to Laney later on in the season. But we usually have 3 coaches' keys. They got put into 1. If you're a coach's key 2 and coach's key 3, look at key 1, which is prove to themselves they could play well on the road. Now, it wasn't exactly a flawless performance, but they've done a good enough job to get the W. They racked up big yardage on the ground. And for Sequoias, still looking to play that complete game this season. Onside kick, and that is recovered by Hines, and he's got room to run. And he gets a block. And he gets another block. Oh, there's a block in the back, but did anybody call a penalty? They didn't. And Hines with the kickoff return for a touchdown. Oh, no, there was a flag on the play. There was a block in the back around the 6-yard line. And the block wasn't really necessary. So, there is no flag on the field, and it is a touchdown. 42-yard kickoff return by Jeff Hines. And Bravo will come on with the point after, and that is good. Well, if you had the under at 35, well, that just blew up in your face in these last closing seconds. Villarreal with the scamper for the touchdown, and then Sequoias with the onside kick, and Jeff Hines with the 48-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and they get a score, and Hines got to be excited for that. And you get on that onside kick, you're vulnerable to things like that, especially if it's a nice, easy, soft bouncer to catch and return. Coming into this game, Modesto had only scored a combined 20 points on the road and given up 81, so they've really shown up tonight. Well, Mr. Special Teams with another tackle. Dijon Jordan with another tackle who's been so effective this year on special teams. 6 seconds left. They'll get one more snap, and that'll be the ball game. We'll have a quick scoring recap. Thanks to our sponsors, and then give you the final statistics before we wrap up things here in Modesto. Inside run, and that'll close the ball game. Modesto with their third straight win as they get the victory 35-7. Quick recap, the only score in the first half off a 32-yard pass from Velasquez to Thompson. Devin Bass ran it in from 1 yard, and Modesto led at halftime 7-0. Then with 10:40 left in the third quarter, a 12-yard run by Devin Bass made it 14-0 on a 54-yard, 7-play drive. Then Devin Bass again with a 2-yard run, and that's his third touchdown of the game. Then in the fourth quarter, Dan Velasquez with a 9-yard scoring run. Then quarterback Gus Villarreal with a 9-yard run to break the scoring drought for COS. Then on the onside kick, Jeff Hines with a 48-yard kickoff return. Modesto Junior College Football is brought to you by Big Island Movers, your go-to for prompt and professional moving services in Modesto and beyond. American Asphalt, taking care of business for over 30 years in Northern California. Meeting rooms on demand, great values and rates in the Bay Area and Fresno. Real quick statistically, Devin Bass, 125 carries for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Pirates rushed for 310 yards. That's when you can afford to throw for only 45 yards. College of Sequoias, 34 carries, only 49 yards, and they threw for 115 yards, much of that late in the fourth quarter. From the Mineral King Bowl, where Modesto Junior College beat College of the Sequoias 35-7, you have been watching NorCal Sports TV. Thanks to our crew, Jerry Razzo, Joseph Yanez, Chris Black, and Modesto Junior College statistician Darren Souza. I am Chris Babcock here in Visalia. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.